What is up, guys? This is Cup Championship time, and let's do this. Do I give a damn about winning this tournament? Not really, but I think I'm going to go ahead and pull enough to grab the big old Eternal Soulstone. It's a 2x in every single shard type. I'm going to be staying away from Sacred. Oh my god, what an absolutely horrific opening pull, man. My goodness. I'm going to be staying away from pulling Sacred Shards. Why? I'm like 17 Sacreds without hitting a Legendary. Okay, we are within mercy for our sacreds, and so I've got to be saving those for a progressive chance event. We can't have the video open with such a terrible bloody 10 pull from Ancient. Let's go ahead and pull another 10 Ancients before we go ahead and check out the tournament and yeah, chat about what rewards we are actually going for. Dear Lord, okay. Romero shows up with his golden locks to save us. Apart from the fact that Jaime Lannister over here she's just not that great. Oh my god, dude, look at the cloak even. Even the cloak is actually just Jaime Lannister. So, hey man, before we get to the rest of the pulls, if you're looking to create a new Raid Shadow Legends account, make sure to get that done immediately while the beginner promo link down below this video at the top of the description box is active, right? It's going to be limited time. Click on that link down below and use that link to create a new Raid account, man, for all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now on your new Raid account. It's going to be incredible. It's a triple legendary start. Xenomorph is the login reward legendary, again, only for a limited time, of course, and 4 free epic champions from that beginner link as you level up your account, man. It's the best beginner promo link going. It's the best beginner promo link I've ever had on this channel by a bloody well long shot, and yeah, make sure to get it used if you're looking to create a new Raid account and join me in my free-to-play adventure, man, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go ahead and crack another 10, because it can only get better. So far we've hit literally just a Romero, you know what I'm saying? We find ourselves a C's on the next 10 pull. Dude, I've pulled 30 Ancients here, we've hit 2 epics. That is way, way below par. C's is fine. He's fine. I mean, he's not fine for my main account, but he's been pretty good for me in my past free-to-play adventures, man. Great 10-meter controller for the likes of Finite, stealing enemy 10-meter by 15% at the end of C's turn. He brings some decent AoE damage on his A3, and all kinds of 10-meter fill on a triple hitter. On his A2, so he's actually a very, very solid finite progression champion. Not what we're looking for, though, on the main account. Now, let me tell you something. There's a champion chase going on right now, and it's glorious as hell. If you are in for the Cross Fusion, because it's not that competitive. Like, I don't know, if you've got like a lot of shards lying around and you want to try and win the soul in like a quiet tournament group, you might just be able to go ahead and get it, like, sneak a win in this. Like, I feel like the Cross Fusion, a lot of people are skipping it in the lead up to Christmas. People are thinking, well, I'm going to save a lot of resources before December, and that makes total sense. Because we were a sweaty pay to win on this main account, I'm probably just going to go for the 10,000 points and just get the Eternal Soulstone, and that's it. I don't actually need to get the soul at all, because... oh, there it is right there, man. The 6-star perfect soul for Crows that we just pulled randomly in our Soulstone pulling event the other day, so... we've got that going for us at least. I don't need to worry too much about that. I tell you what, man. Let's have a change of pace to the Void Shard action and see what we can do here. Maybe Void Shards will fare better for us. You know what I'm saying? It would also be juicy as hell to hit like a Void Legendary. Because like 99% of the time it's going to be amazing, you know? Okay. Alright, so far it's absolutely terrible. We hit the Demitha. Oh god, we actually do hit a Lego. No! Not Carol on the ring. I've already got Carol on. Oh, Carolon. Well, you know what? Christmas is coming and all that. What have I got for Christmas this year? A Faction Guardian. That's what we got, man. I mean, Carolon's okay. He actually brings a speed aura in arena battles by 30%. So that's actually quite solid. Rest of his kit, he brings an attack all enemies A1, decrease the duration of all enemy buffs by 110, like a 50% clip. That's alright. The A2 is another attack all enemies, 100% chance of placing a Hex debuff and a Weaken debuff for a couple turns. If the target gets under freeze, has a chance of placing Hex debuff and Weaken debuff for 3 turns instead. So, you know, more effective against waves. I mean, Hex and Weaken are particularly good into Hydra more than anything, and so, but then what does the A3 do? Well, it places a freeze debuff on enemies for 1 turn. Fully depletes the 10 meters of enemies that receive freeze debuffs with this skill. I mean, that's all cool and all for PvP, but it feels like he's like very much between places in what he wants to be doing in the game, I think is Carolon's biggest issue, you know? The arena speed aura and the A3 would suggest that he's going to be like this crazy arena champion, but then his A1 and his A2 very much feel just like wave killer stuff, you know, maybe like great champion in a stun set in wave content, like combine that with this freeze, just like total wave control 100% of the time. But I don't know, man. Carolon is, like I said, I've already got him on the account and I chose not to build him, you know, like he's just kind of sitting there. And in fact, I think he is level 60, but I don't use him anyway, you know what I mean? Like I just kind of build him for the sake of it. Okay, man. We got better luck on the voids. Let's see if we can keep that trend going. My goodness, okay. Battle Sage is going to pop on out. Just as many epics as we can hit here would be great, to be honest. Just so we can, like, finish the tournament in short-ish order. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be nice. I don't want to pull too many more voids. This is probably, like, the last batch of 10 voids that we'll go ahead and pull. And then we'll switch on over to Ancients and just pull, like, a sweat load of Ancients. Until the tournament is done. And hopefully we can hit gold again, and it's something that I don't have. That makes 4 legendaries in a row, actually. The last 4 legendaries that I've pulled, including Carolon, have been copies. They've just been champions that I've already got. Like, how sad is that? I mean, based on how many legendaries I have collected inside of this game, just in the index real quick, you can see, like, I don't know, like, okay, I've got a lot of barbarians, to be fair. I maxed out the barbarian events and stuff like that when they were all a thing, but I don't know, like, I've got like 50% of the legendaries in the game, I want to say. Something like that. So we've lost a fair number of coin tosses here right now. My Orc faction is kind of struggling compared to the others. Is my Dwarf faction caught up? No, my Dwarf faction is bloody terrible. My goodness. Okay, I mean, Newt's in there. I can't call it terrible, but you know what I mean, right? It would be really, really nice if we could just get some legendaries that I actually need. I don't even care if it's a terrible legendary at this point. I just want a Lego that's new and golden and shiny and just something for me to build in champ training, you know? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be saucy. Okay, so I'm just pulling to the reserve vault now because I have such little faith that we're going to pull anything decent. We put ourselves a Juliana. Actually, not a bad little boss killer. Epic champion, to be fair. Attacks with enemy, chance of blessing HP ban for 310s. Is quite good. Why does she take this many bucks, dude? It's all like, oh, 5%. Oh, another 5%. Oh, another 5. Dude, just, man, what? That's how you can tell it's an old champion. She also brings an increased crit rate buff. Before she attacks one in a couple times on her A2 and places poison debuff as well for 310s. So that's actually quite saucy as well. Poison, HP bend. Like, she's not a bad, like, little demon lord damage dealer and stuff for an early game account. And she also combos with Romero, dude. How could she possibly be bad, right? Absolutely incredible, incredible champion. Okay. We pull ourselves the Jotun. Is Jotun actually a HP banner as well? He is. Not a champion I've ever built, but actually he's not too bad of a champion. Okay, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Why is he attacking one enemy and placing an HP band debuff for 4 turns on a 310 cooldown skill? What are we doing here, man? Is that useful anywhere? Does that make sense anywhere? Maybe Ice Golem, does he like spread the HP ban? Or something. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Jotun, dude. Maybe he's fine at the Scarab. He has some like destroy HP or something there as well. But does anybody build a Jotun? Like, what are we talking about? Probably not, you know. Cool guy, man. Okay, let's go ahead and pull. I still just don't believe that there's a 2x active on Ancient Shards right now. You know, sort of case in point. We're getting like 1 epic per pull. But for per 10 pull. That's not a 16%. Wait, is it 16% chance for an epic on a 2x in Ancient Shards? I think it might be. I don't know. Maybe I just made that up. Creator in the blue pops out. This is an incredible champion and basically a must-build champion for every single account inside of Raid. I said it. Okay. I'm going berserk with this review. Now, this is actually a fantastic champion. Triple hitter A1, chance of placing freeze, makes him great for hard finite. He also brings a double hitter AoE freeze on a 310 cooldown on his A2. Immense for controlling waves. Again, in hard mode finite, this is a great tool to have to just get you to the boss. And then he takes care of the increased speed buff and 10 meter fill on a 310 cooldown on his A3 as well. Great for hard mode finite. But he's solid for wave content too, you know. Very powerful champion indeed. Do I have him 4 times empowered? No. But I do now, after that pull, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, here we go, man. Couple of epics. Have they turned it on? Okay, I think they've turned it on. We're making up some lost ground now with a triple epic pull. Facilis is not bad, right? He's not bad, I don't think. Attacks with enemy, 40% chance placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Decrease attack debuff if the target's under fear or true fear. Okay, cool. The A2s to attack all enemies place heal reduction for a couple turns, 310 cooldown. And then he plays shield buff on all allies equal to 30% of their max HP, which is quite a lot. Like, their max HP is not what you want to see. You want to see Facilis's max HP here, like this champion's max HP, but it's all good. Then places weak version strengthen on a 310. He's immune to fear and true fear. Okay, I mean, okay. He's fine. He's fine. He's not incredible. He's fine, man. Ryan Beast used to be a decent champion. I believe if he gets a kill with his A2 skill, can revive a random ally. Yup. It's also another fine situation because that's like all he does. It's kind of all he does. You can press continuous heal on his A1, but that's really it. I don't know, man. Rhyme Beast, I'm not a believer. But at least we hit some purples, you know. Let's go ahead and pull 10 more and then see what that puts us in the champion chase. You know what I'm saying? Pull ourselves a copy of Doom Priest, very, very solid champion indeed, and then a whole load of blues here as well. Doom Priest is great, another must-build epic champion, one that I've already got 4 times empowered. However, her heals and her debuff cleanse and her passive, it is so reliable. You can build her in a relentless set so that she gets a chance at getting an extra turn, 80% chance to get an extra turn every single turn. Build her nice, she doesn't need accuracy or anything, nice and easy to build. And honestly, just a great value champion to take into Iron Twins, to take into Amius later on your account. She's solid into Hydra as like a beginner support to bring along. So she's really just a great, great champion into many, many different areas of the game. Okay, so as for the champion chase, dude, we're really halfway through. We've pulled so badly, so terribly badly, man, that we're not even, my goodness, is this horrendous? Okay, like, I don't know, man. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, the pull rates are actually absurdly bad. Let's keep on pulling in 10s for the ancients for now. Here we go. Come on, right? Bring the epics. Thenasil, Franox. I'll take one more. There it is. Chancellor Yasmin, the chav. Yasmin, what do you want for your tea? You want a palm or do you want a garlic and chips? Oh god, anybody from the UK must agree. Yasmin, it's just a chavvy name, man, it is. I apologize if you know anybody called Yasmin. I apologize if there are any Yasmins watching this video. You know, just turn out we actually do some ladies who follow the channel. I got called out hardcore in the comments last time when I said that it's a sausage fest on this channel, you know. Thenasil is actually a pretty damn good champion, by the way. That's sort of slept on a little bit. He's just a solid all-round support champion. It brings an attack called enemies decrease duration of enemy buffs by 1 turn on a, albeit 5-turn cooldown. Why is it a 5-turn cooldown? I mean, 5-turn cooldown booked on his A3. His A2 is quite solid. Plays increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns and heal all allies by 25% of this champion's max HP, which is exactly the kind of heal that you do want to see. And this is on a 3-turn, like, very, very good A2 skill in terms of just healing and defensive purposes. And then brings an attack on enemy chance of placing sleep. It's actually like a 50% land rate. Oh, wait a minute. It's actually a 65% land rate. Is that right? No, that's wrong. I was right the first time. 50% land rate. But okay, what we're most interested in here is that we got 840 points, or whatever that was, for the champ chase, man. So hopefully we can just hit a whole batload more epics and not pull a legendary unless it's a bloody good one. Because I pulled, oh god, okay. Genzin, do you know Yasmin? He's went to the same school. Okay, I'll stop. What does Genzin do again? I've completely forgot. Do I have this champion? Triple hit at A1. Each hit fills the champion's temperature by 6%. That's very specific, Brian. She was on like 6.23% or something, right? 6%. Okay, cool. Brings a attack all enemies on the A2. 100% chance of placing decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Each crit fills the champion's temperature by 10%. That's actually very, very good. It's a decreased defense against waves. I mean, it's a reliable decreased defense with the big old bonus, and so I don't mind this at all. That's actually pretty solid. And then on the A3, attacks one enemy, ignores unkillable and shield buffs, fill this champion's temperature by 30%. Fill this champion's temperature by 60% instead if the target has 50% HP or less after this attack. Also decrease the cooldown of Steel Parting and Fated Vengeance skills by 1 turn if this attack kills an enemy. Wow, so you can cycle back around again to using these 2 nutty little skills right here. Okay, got it. Where does he actually fit into your account in terms of where you're using this guy, though? Increase this champion's speed by 10 and resistance by 50 if the number of champions on this team is equal to or lower than the number of enemies on the enemy team. Okay, so it's basically just like a 10 speed buff permanently, which isn't saying a massive amount because he's got 95 base speed, which isn't exactly incredible to say the least, but still, like, quite the engine of decreased defense debuffs, and presumably he does reasonable damage. For like a faction wars absolute monster for my Shadowkin faction, which I do actually struggle with a little bit. Let me just double check that we don't already have this guy, because honestly, I can't remember. It's possible I pulled him a long time ago and totally forgot about it. Just let it be a new guy. Woo! Okay, it's a new guy. Nice. And maybe I don't need him half as much as I need, as much as I thought, because I actually forgot Leonardo's a Shadowkin faction. Faction wars carry, you know, but either way, whatever, dude. We're gonna build the Genzin. because we pulled him and he's new. Where does that put us in case of the tournament? And how far does that put us from the Eternal Soulstone? Dude, we still got like a whole bunch to pull. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, let's just do it then. I've got a lot of champions I could fuse as well from like fragment summons that I've been saving up in some case for like over a year now. So we could go ahead and pull those guys as well, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save those guys and hold on to those guys for the eventuality that you can pull them during like a champion chase that I really do want to win, where there's like a champion soul that I really do need to win or whatever, you know. So yeah, that's my ethos on those. Aina's actually not a bad little champion, by the way. Double hit at A1, chance of getting extra turn. She places Weaken on a 3-turn cooldown on the A2, and then brings decreased defense on the A3. She's actually not bad as like an early game Demon Lord clan boss debuffer, or even like a Chimera clan boss debuffer. She's okay. Quagga the Crowned, I think, is a big slept on support champion as well for the Lizard Man. His A1 doesn't really, there's not really much to speak of. It has a chance of increase the duration of a random buff on a random ally. Okay, fine. Brings some healing on a 3-turn cooldown and some shielding. On his A2 on a 3-10. I already said that. And then on a 4-turn cooldown, it brings Perfect Veil and increased attack on all allies whose attack is higher than their defense, so your nukers get Perfect Veil and increased attack, which is great. And then you places block debuffs buff instead and increased defense buff instead on allies whose defense is higher than their attack. So just tanking up all of your support champions and giving those all-important increased attack buffs and stuff to your damage dealers. I think he's actually very solid. Great faction wars support. You can build him at level 50 for just normal mod faction wars. Oh my goodness! Oh my god! That's actually a bloody good pull! Oh god! Veself the Grim. Okay, I don't know as much about Vesel, but Foley is an absolute badass, man. Foley is a really good pull. Oh wow, okay, alright. Fortunes changed, boys. So Foley is unique in that his attack all enemies, A3 skill, it's 4-turn cooldown, smacks like crazy, decrease enemy turn meter, and then attacks the targeted enemy, right? Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. That's a huge source of block revive, man. I mean, absolutely juicy and succulent in every way. The A1's a quadruple hitter, chance of placing decreased defense, strong version, and then he attacks 4 times at random, each hit with a chance of placing leech. On the A2. As for the passive, so what makes Foley a little bit of a monster when it comes to PvP, whenever an enemy places a stun, freeze, sleep, or provoke debuff on this champion, remove the debuff, heal this champion, and boost their turn meter by 50%. And so in Arena, he's very good at jumping in and just surprise mother, you know, and just dropping this A3 and just kind of flipping the fight on its head. Foley is a really cool little champion, man, and honestly like a very solid faction wars damage dealer as well, of course. Nice. As for Veself the Grim, I think I already do have this champion. I believe this is actually a champion copy. I don't think he's too bad for just tanking up your lads. The A3 increased defense buff and ally protection buff on a 3-turn cooldown is very good on his A3 skill. I can't quite remember the rest of his kit. Attacks all enemies, place an extra hit on enemies that are stun, freeze, fear, all of the high crowd controls basically. Each hit has 100% chance of placing leech debuff for a couple turns. It's also on a 3-turn cooldown. He is HP based, by the way. I don't know what his damage numbers are like. Good old Veself. Does he actually place any hard crowd control himself? Well, he has a chance of placing provoke on his A1, but he's mostly relying on other champions on your team to place those hard crowd control skills, the fears and stuff like that to get the most value out of his A2. But you know, the provoke's an okay land rate, 50% unbucked isn't bad, exactly, and his passive when hit has a chance of placing provoke on the attacker for 110 as well. I almost wonder, is Veself actually worth putting in a provoke set for faction wars in this case? You know what I mean? Maybe, probably not. I mean, I'm just spitballing, but he probably does just fine in the likes of, just good old fast perception gear and maybe a couple pieces of molten and stuff like that. Scramus is also a great champion. Huge mischief tank, budget option provoker to take into Hydra as well. Counterattack continuous heal buffs ensure that the head of mischief is always focusing on him. Also brings AoE decrease attack as well. Yeah, Scramus is an absolute badass as well. Okay, where does that put us in the bloody tournament then? Am I in first place now just because of this, like, because of the insane luck? Yeah, we're actually in first place by like 50 points. So Mr. Vova now thinks that I'm after him, man. He thinks that I'm sniffing his exhaust pipe, that I'm in the race, you know? Okay, well, we just pulled a hell of a lot of shards, man. We just pulled a hell of a lot of shards. I tell you what, having randomly pulled Kroz's 6-star soul from an Eternal Soulstone the other day actually makes me quite excited to get this fusion done now. Like, I might do like a champion review for him and stuff and just show building the guy and what he can really do with the 6-star soul and all of that good stuff on the day that we actually get him fused. But there you have it, man. Pulls complete, legendaries secured. Let's go ahead and get these guys switched on over to my collection, because I probably will be building both of these. The Verself is going to have to head on into the Master Vault. Oh man, before we wrap up, Faction Guardians, it turns out the Verself I just pulled is actually my third Verself, bro. I am pulling so many copies, man. It's ridiculous. But Carolon, we do get to go ahead and lock him in at least. When it comes to empowering champions, it's not quite a max empowered creator now. I thought it was a +3, but nope, we're actually going to be taking up to +3 just now. So that's great. Creodan is absolutely popping off. We get ourselves another Demither, who at this point, I mean, do you ever start empowering a champion, but then you have no intent of actually using it anywhere in the game anymore? But, you know, you've started empowering it, so at this point, you might as well finish the job, you know what I mean? Well, Demither's a +3 now too. And I'm going to take some time to sort out my Faction Guardians, well, while I'm at it, maybe commission some epic champions and stuff just to get them out of my Master Vault once and for all. For now, I'm going to leave this one here, man. Hope you guys did enjoy the pulls. Hope it was, for everybody who left the video early thinking we weren't going to pull a gosh darn thing, well, there you go, man. It pays to stick around to the end, doesn't it? Thanks for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy, man. If you are looking to create a new raid account, make sure you get that done right now by clicking on the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box, man. Use that link to create a new account for all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now, man. It's the best beginner promo link in the Milky Way galaxy, and I'm going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later, man.